Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. I say welcome to 158th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, so sorry for yesterday. We were able to correct and fix all the net to be fixed so that at this time to be corrected. Sorry, no, and we're able to fix it. That's why we're having we started on a good note this morning. I believe that this you can't predict. Come to technicality and all this online thing. But thank God we're able to set it up for our life again. I'll say thank you for your understanding and for your patience. Yes, the global market, as to speak, has fallen this morning, and it's a lot of what the same one fear or the other and one information or the other. And this is the beauty of equity market or anything that moves up and down to create opportunity for us to investors to take advantage of this movement. Yes, market has entered extreme volatility. I will say that again. But in this volatility, in this up and down movement, opportunity is being created for design investors that understand how to combine their fundamental technical analysis, and at the same time, those that understand what I've been preaching that you must know how to use your price structure, market timing, and also momentum, in any market situation. Whether you're a long-term investor, you're a short-term trader, you need to combine all this after we have seen the fundamental of this company and the fundamental of the economy and those oscillations. For you to catch the lows and the high of the oscillation, you must understand how to read your price action or price structure, to understand the market timing, and at the same time, your momentum is very, very key. These are things that you need to understand. Timing, momentum, and price are the things that really investors or traders in the market should understand how to use it. And that's why I always refer to the recent video that I've taken time to prepare for investors that are traders that are really want to take advantage of this volatility. Get that video, and then you're going to open your eyes and you see a lot of opportunities that you can catch, with that setting that we have done there. That video will open your eye to see how to trade low and enter low and also stay high with technical analysis, understand the momentum behind it, and also the structure, the candlestick formation at the same time, the right time. Are you in the right place at the right time? You need to understand all this. That is how to compare. But as we speak now, I will tell you that earlier said the global market opened Friday on a lower movement, moving southward again this hour. It tells you this has a lot of what. Don't forget that the rising inflation and also the fear of rate hike has continued also to dampen investors' confidence and also consumers. And that is why fear of economic recession has also continued to move up and down. Combined with what is happening, the political uncertainty that's also in UK after they try to also come out from their to stabilize the financial stability of that. You can see that these are double problem they have in the financial market is still shaking. Also politically, I can see that you can't separate the economy from politics. You can see what is happening there. This is also what is also sending fear globally. That things that I forget that in the last 5 to 6 years they have gone. They're having about like five prime ministers. These are the things that also shaking the environment, and also the bond yield also that also as a tick up, that also is a threat to not understand that when there's high interest rate, all those physical markets are bound to want to go up. Yes, because of this fear, you can see that bond rate also has, will move higher, and that also kind of put more fear or more pressure on equity in this matured market. But nevertheless, this oscillation, as I've said earlier, will continue also to drive market up and down. And don't forget that the earning season has supported the market to this level, as more numbers in this market also are locally here, continue the market, and also this number also beats expectation by comparing the actual figure we are seeing and also the forecast or the expectation of the market. These are what also will continue to drive this market, and that is another hope that people that are looking the world of equity are happy that if a company earnings maintain uptrend and the capacity of them to also to sustain it to the end of this current financial year is there, that means this company are likely to pay what? To pay good dividend. But if you look at the price, look at most markets across the globe have corrected to a level that their fear is no longer there because of the likelihood of market turn up from here, resetting from this point is very, very high. And that's why people are taking advantage of this value that they are seeing in the market, both international and local market, to buy into good stock that has a good fundamental and also positive technical analysis or technical sentiment. That also will drive the price of goods of commodity or price of equity as we speak. That means you as a trader or investor, you need to understand how to use all these tools effectively or to play your position. And like I said, the oil price also is not every matter. As continue to oscillate up and down, goes up and down. That also is going to influence decision. And don't forget, this also as it goes up, going to trigger down kind of a spiral effect to other things that is related to what oil, and that when it's going to move up and down, also we're going to see this oscillation, and that's why I said even in the midst of the rising inflation and rate hike, there are still hope that the bull is still coming back powerfully. And if you believe that, it's the time for us also to position, especially as we're looking at major things that will drive the bull to come back to the market globally and here. If most central banks of the world will start reducing back their decision of rate hiking, because this is going to hit up the economy, and once the economy is heated up, I'll tell you that most companies also will be on a tight corner, either to to go into closing their business, or also kind of decided, and that also affects production on output at the end of the day. That's why at the World Bank continue to emphasize on this, that this is not only way to work and to kind of fight inflation, and knowing that this inflation that globally we are fighting is not really because of liquidity in the system. Yes, for other than mature market, they can say because of the bailouts they've done before, that is why they are having excess. But here we have not seen such of such liquidity pushing it. It's cost push we are seeing, and now our monetary policy has continue to high rate to more people. I don't know the fund they are mopping, but if that would be a good plan. But now that we're seeing that this also try to tell on the economy, we need to also find how to manage it. Yes, I said last time that if you see what the production and the production margin for the last quarter, it was up and down, down up. They tell you that this tell you that this rate we're hiking also trying to have impact much on what on the private sector. We have to know how to manage it so that at the end of the day, that is why I believe that it's time for the fiscal authority and the monetary authority to come together and also address the issue. Today you can see that exchange rate in Nigeria here is also gone as high as almost 7 naira on the black market or para market about 755. That is very alarming. You can see where we are coming from. These are the things that even the foreign investors and even Mundi trying to downgrade the Nigerian economy. It's not banks. It's not because of the banks are doing well. It's because of this mismanaged, or how would I put it? Of the FX market has continued to put threat on foreign investors that are already here, and that is not attracting new ones to the economy. And coupled with the election by the corner, that's why we're seeing that even when the whole oil producing country or region are celebrating what they have made in this boom in the oil sector, we have not have nothing to, rather our external reserve is also declining. It tells you the kind of government we have, kind of said the kind of economic managers. We need to sit down and do things so that we get it right, so that the economy will move forward. You can't be pointing to other economy that is flourishing, while you also have all it takes to make your own to flourish, but your management and all those attitude is not reflecting on it. I believe it's the time for us to get it right as a nation. If we know where we are going to, that is why as the election is coming, I believe people in Nigeria preparing, because also if the election comes successfully and the person that come on board is that the international body reckon such person, and also they see the policy of the person, that this policy are likely to bring change, and also able to tackle our insecurity, put people on the engage many youth. I think this will change. Also, the flood issue we are seeing today, address this climate change, and also these are the things that, because I believe that we'll have all it takes in Nigeria to be one of the biggest economy in Africa, for us to be attracting more foreign investment and all in this part of the world. But I believe that after the election, I believe that reform will come. That reform will also impact our market potential. That's why any decision we're taking now, we'll be taking million and long, but I believe that once we get the election right, we might see a change, because that will likely be what the reform the economy. But I believe between now and the handover in May, we must continue to see this oscillation. That's why I said it is time also for the fiscal authority to come together and make sure that the things are addressed at the right time. We are forced on going back to recession. I'll still repeat it again, because if they are not taken, we still have more 2 quarters ahead. And 2 quarters ahead, in economies, once you have two negative contracts in 2 quarters, you might likely also be getting into recession. We have this quarter, we have first quarter, we have the one that was to end in that close to that May. That's almost like 3 quarters ahead. We need to make sure that we avoid all this, so that at the end of the day, we'll be in a better position to manage our economy and attract foreign investors. As I said earlier, oil price at the international market is trading at $91.80 as we speak at this hour. When it was delayed, the morning it was around 93, but now it has come back to 91.8. It was delayed, and that is why things are going to also to change in the market. But as we speak, I said it earlier, all the markets are looking red. But if you look at Europe market is down in red, and that tells you that this is what is happening in UK is also running around there. And also the outlook for most of the outlook for the last quarter for companies, and also the coming year, because of this fear of recession, also very dicey, and these are things also that is affecting the market as we speak. But I said earlier, in all this, there's still a good case for what for stock market, even as inflation run hot or reach on continued rise. But US market, as to speak, all the indicators also are in red. But in Asia, the same thing, but miss. But why Africa also was seeing a missed indicators or a missed market in Africa. As we speak now, slightly we're seeing that the NGS is also in green, marginal green at this hour, which is good for the market. But I believe that investors also should, like I said earlier, look at what is happening in the market and focus in that sectors and those industries where you see that the opportunity for them to continue to put positive number is there, and that is where you should go and beat your dent as you speak now. But that is the only way for you to benefit from what the expected any season that is ongoing, and you also to position to make what to make more profit for yourself. Yes, I want to quickly look at the numbers that were released to the market before we go to look at what is happening in the market live. As we speak now, yesterday, even toward the end of close of the market, we saw two numbers that came from Africa Prudential and the Skywave Holding Company. These are two companies that I'll tell you, yes, these numbers are not actually bad, but they are good numbers depending on seeing what has happened, also depending on your own perspective. For me, these are not a bad number at all. They are showing sign of progress because it sustained uptrend kind of growth in these numbers from Q1, Q2, Q3, and I told you in this class for that once you look at the company that is having what an uptrend, price is rising, earnings is rising, we are seeing value, something like that. These are the things. Don't forget that this earnings has also influencing what you see on the chart. That's why you need to look at what is responsible for what you are doing on the chart. For this number that came from this two company now will give us an insight to what to expect from this company at the end of the day. Like I always say that as an investor, don't just look at only the top line or also the bottom line. Look at also continuity. What is the company operating cash flow? Is very, very key in the analysis so that you know what to be looking at the future to see if this company earnings will be sustained or not. It's very, very important in any what analysis you are doing in this market or anywhere in the world. Yet, look at the figures that or the numbers that emanated from Africa Prudential. I would say these numbers is okay. Yes, but we need to look at detail and see what's happening. Look at the revenue of this company. It moved from 2.45 billion to 2.97 billion. That's about a 21% up in the north direction, which is good. No, that also in the same direction, in the same vein, we're seeing that the earnings, which is the PAT, after taking off all the costs or your cost and the cost of business, cost of transaction, and also the cost of funding or the financing of all at the end of the day, you have a PAT. And this PAT is where every investor, locally or globally, are interested to see because that will inform what to come out from the money from the company to what to shareholders. At the end of the day, the company so at the end of the quarter, the company, PAT, which is the profit after tax, moved from 1.15 billion to 1.29 billion. That's about 12.2% up. Then in that same, this translates to EPS of 64 kobo from 0.58 plus 8 kobo. That means you can see also this is a good one. You can see last year they have 58 kobo, 64 kobo. Yes, at the end of the year, we can expect, we're expecting to see around 80 kobo, also 90 kobo at the end of the day. That means the 50 kobo they paid last year, you can still expect or even move it to 60 kobo, depending on their policy. But I believe that this has given us a sign that we're going to see what a positive earnings from a positive payout at the end of the day from this company. It tells you that this company is right there for me. For those that are income investors, this is where to look at this company as we speak now as investor. It's very, very important. For those that are looking for income and know that this company don't pay today, but during the end of the year, that is where market react to their price, to their earnings more because of it come with dividend. That's why that dividend news is also want to go to trade once we enter what the Q1 2023. But now you can see that the company profit margin also decreased, despite the increase in turnover and in PAT. That also cost that also everywhere today also reflecting on this company. Cost of operation, cost of energy, everything has gone up. But as we speak, I'll tell you that the profit margin of the company still look very attractive. It dropped from 46.9% to 43.4%. The current year of for me, this is a decline, but still it's a good. I mean, out of every 1 naira in the revenue, about 43 kobo is retained as profit. It's a good one after expenses for me. It's also a good one for the company. But good thing, as I said earlier, that you look at what is the operating cash flow of this company. That's why I said in any analysis, as you look at the profit and loss account of this company, look at how robust their volatility is. Also, we're going to look at what is the cash flow of this company saying. With that cash flow, is it supporting the earnings, the loss account, the loss and the profit account we are seeing? And so if that is also robust and looking up, it tells you the company will sustain. If you look at that of African Prudential, I'll tell you that the operating cash flow is also looking up good for me, an improvement from what we saw in the previous quarter, in 2021 today. That means yes, despite the high cost, they are seeing that their cost, their cash flow is looking good, and that tells you that the company also has future. And don't forget, this one of the listed registrar that I know that is more diversified, doing other things online, trying to make sure that they augment their service was to provide their value for what for investors in this company. Yes, we now look at what's happening in Skywave Aviation. Skywave Aviation, we need to also look at what is happening there. It's very key that we consider that company, and don't forget that because of cost of aviation fuel has gone up, and cost of flight has also reduced activity. But still, if you look at this company number, I will tell you there is still improvement despite that all this happening. That means people that are traveling outside the shore of Nigeria are still on high, because if I can see this number, I say that they are doing a 50 well. Look at the number. I expect that this would have slowed down, but let's see other numbers to also give us more insight of this company. If you look at the revenue for the period ended 9 months, September 30th, I see that the company posted 8.59 billion against 6.42 billion in 2021 September. Ended also this presented about 33.8, which is 34% up for me. It's also a good one. Looking at this top line, and also if you look at the PAT of this aviation company, it remained up. And see that they will move from 542.6 million to 631.6 million, representing about 16% up. For me, it's a good one for this company. And don't forget what is happening in terms of war here and there, in terms of post-COVID-19 era. We are seeing that yes, high cost of flight, but people are still moving because there are some missions that are still necessary that you need to appear, and also those that are going back to school at this period. You can see everywhere over the world and see what is happening. For me, it's a good one for the company. But once we look at the EPS, EPS also was related to 47 kobo earning per share against 40 kobo in the previous year. Why the profit margin also declined slightly, but still, I think the profit margin is slim. Is that high cost of operation equally reflected on this company's profit margin dropped from 8.4% to 7.3%. That you can see high cost after making about 8 billion. You can see will be a profit margin at the end of the day 7. What that means in every 1 naira about 7 kobo. When I mean 7 kobo, is it not no, not 7, not 70 kobo. I mean from 1 naira, not 70. I'm saying 7 kobo less than 1 naira. Coming after from one naira transaction, for me it's very very poor because of our high cost. But still, let's look at how this also guide our decision. Or look at the operating cost, operating cash flow I've mentioned earlier. If you look at the operating cash flow for Skywave Aviation for this 9 months, I'll tell you that there was also a slight decline or drop from the previous period. That's for the quarter. But this is also a sign for you to keep your eyes when you see company cash flow declining, or also not matching up, moving in this direction with the earnings. Tell you that you need to also look at that company very well as investor, because they also point out to something to you that you should also look at. But for me, on the strength of this 4 naira 47 kobo earning per share for third quarter, we are sure getting 60 kobo from this company, and dividend of the same 50 kobo they paid, or 40 kobo, or paying, or depends what to come. But don't forget that at this season, this quarter, this is where you also high volume of business because of festivity, moving it up and down. I believe that at the end of the day, this also might be a boost for this quarter, must be a boost for the earnings of this company. So as the more we see these numbers emanating, you can conclude to see if the impact of the missed macroeconomic data and also negative we have seen so far, and increasing economic headwind is going to affect this company in this quarter, or let's see, because at the end of the year, looking at the full year to see. But this quarter, we're seeing numbers that are coming, looking good, not bad at all. I'll tell you, out of the 6 number that was to the market, so probably 8. I'll tell you one that we have really not too impressed, just the Goregu or Goregu oil power, but others we have seen maintaining an uptrend in their top and their bottom line, which is good. Let's see more as this weekend and also next week, that will usher into the last week of the month. We expect to see more results hitting the market for investors to take advantage and also analyze as to speak. Yes, back to the market. Now I want to look at the market live. I know I try to leave this chart like this. Look at what is happening here. So this market, this chart here, but we are seeing a little kind of a flat market here. Yesterday, market was flat, the like form of a resisting decline. But want to see it to see what it's doing now. Market is slightly in green. About no, market is up, doing 40 no 44,400 and 402.31. That means markets are up with about 61 point no 11 no basic point, protecting 0.1% up, which is good for me. It's a good start. But if you look at the market breadth is still also negative as to speak. Why is it negative? We're seeing 10 losers against what? Against 7 gainers as to speak. 7 gainers as to speak. That is the why I say market is having a what? A negative. That is a mixed market this Friday at this hour. We're seeing a positive option index. That's why I said this option index, yes, it's good to guide, but look most of what to the sectors that you are looking interested and also individual stocks to see their performance. Most times because of the the misbalance in the Osha index weight that about these 7 companies has about almost 70% or 80% of. But that means when any of these companies gain, you see that the price of see index going up while not reflecting much on the market. That's why you as a trader or investor look at individual stock performance and also look at what the sector where the operating index to guide you to make what informed investment decision at any given time. These are the things you need to know at this moment. But I believe that for this market after almost a straight 3 days decline, so kind of a flat market. If that is sustained today, well, that means market was very this week or this but as more earnings come, we'll see reaction, and that will determine how far these numbers also go. It is that reaction, that surprises and disappointment that will also drive in and out of flow to the market or to individual stock. Yes, now if we look at the top gainers as we speak, we're having a as I said, they are having a 7 gainers and 8 losers. For the for the gainer side, we're having a academic press leading the chart, followed by champs. We're seeing Dangote Sugar and Bossman, GT Code and others. But these are the top 5 gainers as we speak now. Also, if you look at the loser side, led by Royal Exchange Assurance, followed by the WAPI, which is the now Coronation Insurance, Jais Bank, and the UACN and the Honeywell. I would say for UACN, profit taking has continued, and that stock is now selling below 9 naira as we speak. And also for Jais, is your profit taking. For Honeywell, the up and down movement continues since it rebounded from low of 1 naira 94 kobo. We to keep our eyes on this market. These are the things that should interest us. That market, as more numbers are coming, we expect market to respond. So what happened in Look I shall move to 12 naira in 45 kobo the period, then maintain at 12 naira 50 kobo at end of trade yesterday. Numbers were guide you were able to get no position. These are what we are seeing in the market. If we look at the in terms of volume traded, the most active stock in terms of volume, we are seeing that Access Bank is leading that table, followed by Zenith Bank, Fidelity Bank, and GT Code and the what and the Mutual Benefit. I see that these are financial companies that are leading. And don't forget, I've said in this program severally, and I still repeat that this sector is most active at the same time, most consistent in dividend paying. Now that we're seeing the third quarter, this will give insight to most of the investors or traders where they should also be putting their tent ahead of what ahead of the actual figure of these companies in this financial sector. And this is a key. Don't forget that the life of Zenith Bank, that of GT Code, Stanbic, these are where Access Bank, UBA, where all are to see their accurate number to give investors or players or investing public insight of where they should be and how to go their position. I believe that as many institutional investors, foreign institutional investors, PFS are holding cash, the strength of this number or the state of these numbers will determine when they come back. And don't forget that they are not like you and I that jump into the market on impulse or just they do their own due diligence to analyze the number. The more we see strong numbers coming, that will also determine where they should put their phone. We have seen that came from UCAP, we have seen one that came from UCAP Prudential. Once we have seen from those high cap stocks again, that will also inform where funds will flow into in the market very, very soon. That means keep your finger crossed as a trader or investor in this market. Yes, we'll be looking at these stocks, time permit us, look at what is happening in Access, look at what is happening in GT Code. Let's see how far Boss meant to go. Now look at this chart to see exactly what is happening there. Once you're able to keep that this morning to round up the week. We're looking forward to see you at what are the Q&A and also next week to see exactly how earnings going to shape the market next week. Yeah, as I said earlier, this is what the market. Let me change it to candlestick so that you understand it better as usual. You can see the flow of the market. You can see what happened. I said earlier, these are what impact of what Earth Africa price sell off or sell off in Africa. Let me use that. You can see it down here. We are seeing yesterday flat, market also flat, waiting for a trigger. And this trigger at this ending, we have not seen those big cap companies or those large cap companies and medium cap more listening than number to shape the investor sentiment. But I believe that being any season, we expect to see surprises and disappointment. But rather, this also guide your position, yes, up and down. Market is already making lower lows to this level, but you can see up the corner say market making lower high. But yes, market is still making lower lows. Apart from the flat position we saw yesterday and this morning or this hour, as market remains slightly in green with a 0.1% up. This is what we are seeing. Let's look at let's call up all our other indicators to guide us to take our decision at this hour to see if market maintain that buying sentiment we saw yesterday about 80% buy and 50% sell across of business yesterday. Want to see if that trend is sustained in this hour number. Let's call our CCI very much. This will help you to catch change in trend easily, and that's why I use it now so that to guide us. Let's go to our money flow and the others. Money flow is key. Then our T line. Our T line, is always it's fine. Yeah, I didn't call up a regular band here, but we want to make it clear so that we understand, what is happening. You can see that here with the decline we're seeing, and see, I told you earlier that once you see that this, that line or what we call a price action is far from the T line, the possibility that coming back to it. And also when it is as high up again, possibility of it coming back from the that's why this T line is the key thing to always guide you when I take decision. Other than was to for you to confirm. To speak now, I've seen that yes, there is yesterday and today we're seeing a kind of slight improvement in the momentum little. I've seen up here because of the market closing green and seeing green. You can see it here as the line is looking up here. But I tell you that this momentum is still very weak. But of the cross the level before we now say yes, it's strong. Money flow that have gone as low as 16% as yesterday, it's also turning up again. You see that front November because seeing the life of Bossman gaining, you can see it's more to reading 18, but still very weak below 50. For me, it's also a good thing that we also watch in the market. That's why I said you must trade what, you must trade your work, your price action, use your time, time your market or timing also momentum to know exactly what is happening in the market. Volume here we're seeing is relatively low, but we're seeing the market still below the T line, slightly in green. This for the general market on a day chart. Let's look at what is happening on an hour chart. On our chart, you can see also market has continued to trend on this while and see on our chart, but once they break out the T line is a sign. And also that positive that I told you is still strong on here on 1 hour. And on 1 hour market is also doing 70. It's a good one on a 1 hour chart. The market is looking strong on a 1 hour chart. Tells you what is happening at the end of the day for a day chart. That's why for those that do weekly and monthly, look at the day chart for a week. Why look at hourly or even 5 minutes, 15 minutes to guide you when we are doing a live chat like this. But I tell you, the market is still not too strong, not too weak, but we have seen that market have adjusted down to reflect the high capital that put the market up as a price resetting and also the position of portfolio moving from where you have a lower yield to what higher yield in terms of dividend. That's why we are seeing this sectoral rotation in the market as we speak. This for the market for the 1 hour chart. Yes. For quick one, like I said, let's look at what is happening in stock like Access Bank. As Access Bank going down, Access Bank, look at Access Bank leading in volume. Want to see what is happening there. Access Bank, what is happening in Access Corp. Yeah, sorry, Access Corp. Let's see what is happening in volume there. They are leading in volume today. On the 1 hour chart, you can see the stock in the showing sign of weakness. You can see it here, sell off on 1 hour chart. Money flow have given us, you can see it's very, very weak. And where we're seeing CCI says that the momentum is very, very low on the 1 hour chart. You can look at the day chart for the stock. For the day chart, you can see that sign of sell off already has come in. Profit taken after the rally from here to here. You can see the remain above the T line. Now it's crossed the T line down. It's really below the T line. That is for those that are smart at this point, you are taking your profit, but you need to also confirm what is other momentum saying. I will tell you, take profit first. When you see another one, you buy and it continue up here. That is here. What, like I said yesterday, before yesterday, no class yesterday. When you form this the candlestick here, that's a sign of weakness and also profit taking because it's far from the T line at this point. It's very, very important to note. You can see sign of weakness coming down. The money flow is still looking up here, so around 50, which is good, but continuation is very, very important at this point. I always see people taking profit on the Access Bank. Quick one, let's look at what is happening in GT code. For that has been a stock that have supported the NGS banking sector industry banking sector index this period. Let's see. As we speak also on the daily chart, the GT code is still trading above the T line. Yes, but the candlestick formation here is also telling us that to resist the rally trying to form a double top here. You can see it here. But let's keep our finger crossed, but still above the T line. Let's try to look at your momentum now. For me, it's still strong. Momentum is still strong, but money flow has not crossed 50.45, which is also good. But once it closes like that, one is still entering the stock. But let's keep our fingers crossed. For those that are taking that entered here, profit taking is necessary. Don't be greedy. But for those that are taking for value, for long term, for dividend, you can equally buy at this price and buy in stages depending on your investment objective. Yes, quick one. Let's look at what is happening in investment. What is happening in investment? One of the stocks that is putting the market up in green at this hour. Here you can see what's going on the day chart. You can see even the price has gone up to almost 60 naira or 62. But I'll tell you, it's still not too strong. That you can see always sign of weakness on the momentum here. That is sell or also money for looking down. But let's look at 1 hour chart for this stock. Give us a clear position. You can see this rally in BUA is not too strong. That means don't be carried away. If you have entered around 52, at this 62, 10 naira is okay for you to take profit and not. But yes, it does slightly below the T line. But I'll tell you on the 1 hour chart formation or the candlestick formation, price action, already sign of weakness. That's why money flow is still leading 97 up. That's why you must learn how to take profit at the right time. Also these are the things we'll be looking at this point now. But with most of our time is fast spent, finally before we call the class a day, let's look at what is happening in Africa Prudential that just released its result. What the market did to that stock as we speak now. Look at Africa Prudential. Africa Prudential on the 1 hour chart and stay above the T line. Yes, even when it touch up down here 50 40, you can see that stock is still not there doing bad. I'll tell you. Money flow is still trying to turn up low, but today we saw market try to result that it release. Market reacting to it now, where that we have not seen it among the gainers, top gainers. But let's keep our finger. But that number is not totally a bad number. But let's watch for those that are looking for income stock. It's part of what to look at this current market situation. But let's look at the day chart for the stock. That money flow is around 48 fine. Still momentum is still strong, but the stock is doing around 40, 30, 53 and 40, 53, 5 naira 40 kobo and 4 naira 53 kobo. 33 kobo, that is the price. But let's keep our finger crossed on the stock. But the number is not trying to buy, but it's not trying to come below the T line at the end of the day, you might have to pay 55 to go this type or 60 to go, depending on the company, policy and also what is happening in the economy. On this note, I would say thank you for your time. Look forward to see you at the comment Q&A section tomorrow at 12 noon. Feel free to ask your question there. You can equally ask at this platform. Like I always encourage you, try always log in or subscribe to the buyer, subscribe to our channels, like have access to our buy access signal at the same time. Know about whatever is happening around us and around the market, so that will always carry you along to know where to go to put your things at the right time with knowledge. The market has got beyond guessing, also fully bad background. You must know why you are in the market and you must up your game in knowledge and also look at other people's opinion, what we call it their confession. What are they saying and what you are using yourself? That will help you to work to make decisions at the right time and faster to make money in the market and also to protect your capital. Say see you